Redline spindle kit. It originally came in this box. For the sake of the video and speed stuff up, I pre-opened them. I haven't actually looked inside them. I did break the tape sealing this down, but I haven't actually looked inside it, so I don't know what it looks like yet. So, first box, second, third, here. This one looks pretty simple. Let's get this stuff out. Box is empty. Get that right out of the way. Let's see what else we got in here. Alright, we got the little control knob for the manual control. We got cables. More cables. Fuse. It's on a little bag. Got two nice wrenches. That's cool. 30mm and 21mm. Those will come in handy. You got the piece that goes to the breakout board, and can't remember which end that goes to. And a packing slip. Cool. Yep. Build Botics 110. Maybe in the future I'll upgrade. Maybe not. We'll see. Alright. For the piece de resistance. See what this looks like. Ooh. Cool. Get these out of the way first. I believe these are the collets. Should have 4 of them. I think 1/8 inch up to 1/2 inch. One. Yeah, they're labeled. That's 3/8. We got 1/2 inch collet. That's a big bit. On the hole, you can see the hole there, but stick that back in there. The other one's out. Is the 1/8 inch one, and what I'll probably use the most right here, 1/4 inch collet. So there's those 4. Now we'll get this out. Holy crap! That thing's huge. Well, so far impressed with it. It's giant. Did not expect it to be so big. I should have known better, but ooh. Cool. Top, you got where the plug goes in. And should fit right in here. It's supposed to, at least. So, get that out of the way. We'll get this set in place for now. We'll throw it right about here for now. I can tweak where it is later. I ain't too worried about that. At least with this, where it's so tall, I can adjust the height, and I can move this up all the way to give me the most clearance underneath my Z. Because with that other router, the rigid that I just took out, I had no clearance underneath it. Well, I had to have this down all the way, I mean. But as you can see, this would have been the thickest piece of material I could have put in, about 3 fingers wide, about 2.5, 3 inches, give or take. But we'll get this all put in. There. Alright. I don't see any actual instructions anywhere. So, it's alright. We'll figure it out. Put this stuff on the package. I know there's instruction videos online, so I have to go watch a couple of them. That. We've done that now. Get these out of the bag. What the heck is it? Actually, those inches seem pretty decent. But they are that. We're going to need to get this out of here. Seems pretty well packaged. That's a plus. I need these screws off the top though. That's one way you get them off, just rip it. Wouldn't mind saving the bag for now, but sorry, be careful not to lose them. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, let's see. It's set right in there. This is the bracket. I chose under table mount. I'm going to put it right down in the corner, right in line with all my other stuff. So that's how it'll end up sitting on there. The on off button. I don't know. Kind of. Actually, I think it'll end up sitting this way because this piece here ends up mounted on the side, and I want to be able to see this. The rest of it's just the power button, so I don't really care about that too much. But again, there's that. So yeah, let me go watch a couple installation videos or look around, make sure I don't have any. Oh, no wonder it's a little floppy. That one's loose. I'll tighten them up later. Feel better when I snugged it. Oh, it is tight. It does feel better, but still, I don't know if not that I'm really going to be pushing on it that hard, but anyway, so that's what we got. I'll go watch a couple YouTube videos on installation, and we'll go from there. Thanks for sticking around. Stick around longer if you want to see me get it installed and where things go. So first thing I'm going to do is get this little control box, the manual control box, mounted to the side of this. Start by pulling these little screws out. Set them off the side real quick. I'll be honest with you, I've never messed with a spindle before, so I'm kind of curious. My last machine that I had, the Shipoko, I just used their little CNC, or not CNC, their little router that you can order straight from them. So this was my first experience with a spindle. So hopefully it's not too much of a learning curve. From what I've seen online, it's not that bad, but yeah, we'll get this straightened out. Snug them up. And tighten them down. There, it's all nice and tight. That was popped out a little bit. I just pushed it in and it clicked back in place. This cable right here, jeez, I don't like how stiff that is. Plugs in right inside there, you can see, right underneath my thumb. Oh, I wish it was a little easier, but that's where that goes. And this one, I'll be honest with you, I don't know where it goes yet, but we'll figure that out. Oh, sorry, dumb moment. Open my eyes. Wow, there you go. Sherlock Holmes over here, I figured it out. So, that's how that goes. One cable into there, one to the next spot. So next, we got the machine flipped around here. I'm going to insert the fuse into the little fuse holder. Pretty straightforward. Get it out of the package. And that's what that looks like. Just going to slide it right in there. Get it snugly in place. There we go. And then take the power cord. And we'll go in right there. And on the back side of this, we got, so that's 1, 2, okay. end with the big green cable. We'll screw one right there. Maybe. No, actually push it in place. Goes a lot better. Alright, nice and tight. I'll take that. This other end will end up going to the top of the spindle. For now, we'll just flop that out of the way. Then over here on the other end, I've got it already plugged into the board just because it's going to be easier, but there's this end that'll end up going right here. If I had the Masso controller, I believe I'd end up using this bottom port, but use the one, it says RS485 BBC Build Botics Controller. And then you get the Masso controller for the bottom one. But I'll worry about connecting this cable here in a few. So next we're going to get this mounted underneath the actual table and go from there. I got to find a spot where I can make everything reach where it needs to go. So, but it shouldn't be that big a deal. These cords seem plenty long enough. And I did order it to mount under the table, obviously, with this bracket here that I showed you earlier. As you can see, I've got it mounted up underneath there. I only got 3 screws, but that'll be more than enough to hold it. So now we're going to hang the box on it. So hanging the box on here is pretty simple. I did want this to the front, but the way my table's set up, it was easier just to do this, so it's not a big deal. Where it's sitting, I'll still be able to read this easily enough and use it. And on the plus side, at least this box won't be sticking out for me to bump into. But slide it in the middle, slide it up, back in, and there you go. Just sitting on a bracket. I wonder if there's a way to get a, I'd like to, maybe I'll put a wood shim in there to stop it from rocking. Wouldn't be that hard to do. Got a wood shim and put it in there. Let's see if you put, yeah, if you put a little weight on the back. Still a little wiggle, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So, that ain't bad. Yeah, so there's that mounted. And now it's time to run some wires. So I'm currently running the end cable for the cable that goes from the spindle over to the control box through the drag chain. And hang on just a second. I found a really easy way to do it. I got a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench, and it works great for popping these things in. It fits right in there perfect. Just pop, pop, pop. Works great for working your way down the drag chain. I was doing it with a screwdriver. Granted, the screwdriver I was using was considerably larger, and I was struggling with it. And then I got thinking, found this, working my way right down, and it works good. So I'm gonna continue running this. Just lay it right in there next to the other cable that's in there. This drag chain only has one cable in there, so there's all kinds of room. I'll adjust the length that I need. I can pull it through this. I'll have to end up pulling it through this way because over here, as you can see, I got it just even with the end, but just the easiest way to set it up for now. So, but yeah, like I said, you just poke it in the hole, pop, pop. That easy. Lift them up out of the way, lay the cable down in. I like to lay about 6 inches in and snap one, and then you can just work your way back. So I'll get that put in and then show you the next step. So as you can see here, I got the spindle cable run through the rest of the chain. Left a little bit of slack right there, as you can see. Just enough coming out of that chain into that one. Fits in there nicely. Still got room to play. Next step, I gotta drill a hole right in here to go down and connect it to the back side of that. So that'll be the next step. So I cut a hole through, feed the cord through. It's now plugged in. Everything's all secure. Again, the wire comes out the top, goes through that little cap, through that little valley in there, feeds into the drag chain, down there, all the way down to here, comes out. I got enough slack there, so I don't have to worry about anything getting pulled on as it moves around. Goes through that, through there, comes out here, down there, and again back into the VFD control box. So let's come up here to the screen and we'll scroll down. Put it MDI. This mouse is kind of trash. Click in here. Oh, let's see if I can remember what it is. I want to say it's M3 space S15,000. Scroll up. Typed it in right there. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it comes alive. And I got nothing. Wonder if it needs to be in caps. Let's switch it to caps. M3 space S15,000. M3 S15,000. Let's try that. Here we go. Nope. Alright. Maybe it was M5. Let's try M5. M5 space S15,000. Bear with me, I'm learning this as we go, guys. Let's try it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nope. Alright, give me a minute. I'll come back to this once I learn the correct way to do it. Alright, I'm back. I was right. I'm just not sure why it weren't working. Maybe it just needed a minute to realize that the spindle was turned on, because I turned it on in a minute. Like, well, not even a minute, probably like 30 seconds before I started typing in there. So, M3 S15,000. There we go. So now, shut it off. Do M5. And hear it turning off. Slowing down. There we go. It works. So, there we go.